とこっちにいるつもり。とりあえず卒業するまでは地道。
Just finished watching Ori no Imoto Season 2, Episode 1, and I can pretty much say that I came out of it with not a whole lot to talk about. Now, the main gist is that this takes place after the end of the True End specials, and it initially sees Kirino and Kyosuke's relationship reverted back to what it was before. Things seem all distant between them, you know, they just live their own lives, and it all feels kind of de-evolutionized, like the development from the first season never really seemed to carry over here. At least that's what it initially was. Now, obviously Kyosuke is concerned with this, and questions just what happened between them. And that's more or less how the story starts out. We get reintroduced to old characters, a few mentions and flashbacks to events that happened previously, and it all culminated into something that didn't really feel like an actual evolution. That is until things get a sudden kick to the ass, gets redirected back on course, and is set in the motherfucking overdrive. Which changed the episode from a de-evolution to a transition. And that's kind of what it felt like. But at the same time, not really, and here's where things get a little sticky. You see, there's this trap that sequels in general are prone to fall into, and that's to set up its new story by using the same setup and or telling the same story in a different way. This episode, however, is a weird case where it manages to land in a middle area where it does this, but doesn't at the same time. Like it didn't know how to start its new chapter and decided to start it like the previous one, but in a transitional fashion. Which makes calling this a transition the best way to describe my feelings toward the episode, as it feels like something that's meant to leeway into a more expansive narrative than a full, unmitigated continuation. The story and characters have been established, so for it to start out this way is a wee bit jarring, and thus leaves me with an episode with not a whole lot to talk about. But even then, I'm still glad this got a second season, and I await what happens next. I just hope this series expands upon its predecessor, rather than staying in place. So overall, my thoughts in a nutshell, I hope this transition was worth it. Oh, and no spoilers, please.